Hello, welcome to the tube. My name's March. I'm a Heyoka empath, and I just like doing these little talks on how I feel about things, and just kind of taking it easy today. I got a fun one. I got one of my fun headaches, but Tuck's back here. He's freaking snoozing away, whistling. Is that you, Benzo? Look at this. I mean, how can I not have anything but blissness in my heart with a co-pilot like that? Yeah, co-host, whatever. Ooh, that's a little recognizable. That's a little audioable. I need to turn that down a little bit. That might be, someone might recognize that song. Smack me on the hand. Anyway, love Bad Religion. I was watching Maja's astrology report a little while ago, and I freaking really appreciate her. She's Sagittarius. She just tells it how tells you how it is, and well, I don't know. I like her fourth. Maybe not all Sagittarius are like that. My mom was always kind of like that. So ones I know are like that, and if they're not, she's more the aspect that is direct and forthright, and I appreciate that in her. And she doesn't sugarcoat much. And, she's talking about Pluto Returns. She knows a lot about her astrology, and I just recommend you go listen to her little live that she did earlier today and pick up her little nuggets of knowledge, because they're valuable, and I went out and I hear this stuff and I process it, and I go out and I'm like, hey mom, this is what's happening. Forecast, are you ready for this? And she's like, I'm like, watch it happen, and Pluto returns, for 3 weeks, and we get a lot of energy freaking from space, from the sun. We get a lot of freaking from the coronal holes. We get sunblasts. Go over to Ben Davidson Space Observers. He'll catch up on the speed and all that, if that's what you're into, But in these, like, when it's winter, when I lived in Nebraska, I moved because it was so cold. I was freaking miserable. Like, physically, like, I hated going outside in February. Like, every February I was just mad March because it was so cold. I'm like, it's inhumane to be this cold, to have wind chill -25. It's stupid. And I used to work on the flight line too, and I mean, then I was younger, so it was kind of more fun. And I had layers and layers and layers and freaking big old boots, and I was in a truck with a heater and stuff, but I was outside a lot too. But I had gloves and whatnot, but so I left that living environment because the temperament was not conducive to my energy, But it's in one of I looked at astrology, or location astrology, and it's right on my it's right on one of my lines, like Omaha, Nebraska. It's probably my karma line, It's where I freaking sowed a lot of what I reaped last incarnation. Anyway, Pluto returns. It's a lot of people are going to be transitioning. A lot of people are going to go on purpose and accident. A lot of people's time's going to be coming up. Whether they know it or not, like it or not, it's in our charts. It's odd. It's weird. But, and it doesn't mean, like, if this one placement is in your chart, then, your clock is up. There's other placements that fit, too. So don't go tripping, Easy does it. But, my grandpa died in '96, and his Pluto returned around the same time as now, and it's just a fact of life, you lose people, and booze is extra bad. So if you have one of those allergies out to alcohol like me, you break out in handcuffs when you drink because of your bad decision making, don't do it just don't. And if you can't not do it for just a few weeks, then you might want to look at that. That's an imbalance. Anyway, so I was talking to Mom about I was like, and she watches. I know Maja watches the same stuff I watch. It's like attracts like, we talk about, we're like-minded. We talk about the same kind of things. She just gets her data from different backgrounds, and I was talking about, I'm like, with all this light and this this solar wind that is actually hitting the earth, that you know, people are getting ideas. A lot of people aren't liking the ideas that they're getting, you know. A lot of people, they're waking up. Their DNA is like, wake up, you know. Your ancestors, this is what happened in your lineage. Whether it's good or bad, it don't matter. It's your own story. I'm not here to, you know, I'm putting, karma's karma, man. It don't care about skin, freaking age, sex, it don't care about none of that. It cares about the vibe you put out. So, and it's instant, you know, it's instant. There's another Adam Robot, some Adam, he has, it's anyway, he was talking about how instant karmic retribution is right now. It's like freaking, you get a nugget of thought, you know, you're freaking stubbing your toe that night, you know. It's just, it's all so weird. But so a lot of people are it's the control freaks. It's those folks there that are shorting out, that are really gonna have a hard time in the next 3 weeks. Those that have to have things a certain way, or their comfort zone is totally shot and blown. Because freaking things aren't going to be like that. Because you're going to, the next few weeks are just going to be real super weird. Uber super weird. Extra super weird. People are going to see things, you know, and there's always, every day there's more and more UFO reports and stuff, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, people are more, they're going to see them more because people are looking more. They're more open and receptive, and people want to see them, so they're freaking, I'm always looking in the sky. I'm always eyes in the sky, in the clouds. It's amazing stuff up there. It's beautiful. You know, people limit themselves so much in scope. I was watching a talk earlier today about a guy who asked, that he was talking to a group of people, like at a UFO conference, and he's like, how many people have seen things, a UFO, that you could, you know, and like 3/4 of the room, half the room raise their hand, whatever, you know, 75%, whatever. And then he was like, okay, now how many of those people reported it? And then like a third raised their hand, right? You know, it's because, it's like, why don't people report? Because, you know, it used to be taboo, because the people that would throw you in jail and lock you up and call you crazy and all that stuff for seeing it knew all about it the whole time, and we're benefiting and profiting from the technology they've gotten from it. But, you know, so all this stuff is coming out, you know, in things in ourselves that we don't like either. The darkness, the shadow, because it's the time of the season for the shadow. So you might as well bring your, you know, bring your shadow out, dance with it. Hey, 5 shadow, you know, keep it chill. Because the way I look at it, you know the old story of the angel and the devil on your shoulder? I even looked it up earlier today, because I'm like, where did it come from? The angel and the devil. And how is it related to psychology? It's the id, super ego, and ego is one interpretation, and that was, you know, but I think it's your conscious, subconscious, and freaking how you're gonna act out, how it's gonna come out your face, you know, because they act as one as the same. We're always getting these, don't do it, yeah, do it. Yeah, you know, we know it's for our highest good. For us, it's the ego is what drives the desire for money, property, prestige. It ain't the freaking love and light. Freaking love and light doesn't care about that. You know? It really doesn't. I don't care. I mean, as long as I have enough to pay my bills, to satisfy people, to keep the lights on and keep them off my back, I don't care about money. I do have a fun way to earn some extra stuff, though. I mean, I like to buy stuff. You know, I got a nice camera. I'm not freaking I'm a human being, have a huge experience. I was in the Air Force. I'm not an idiot. I know how. Look at all the lights in here. This is how I set it up. When I was a little kid, I used to look inside a light bright and always wondered what it would be like to live in one. And, well, now I do. So, why is my health stream? Bad video settings. I don't know. So there's gonna be a lot of weird stuff happening in the next few weeks. Oh, that's what I was gonna say with the light, you know, and that's how ideas people get ideas, you know, you're just out there sitting there thinking, you know, at lunch or whatever, and you're just freaking staring off into space, and you just get hit by an idea. Information travels through light, yeah, or travels through wires like light, like fiber optics. It's data. It's no different. Dude, look at all the freaking brilliant minds. Da Vinci, freaking Einstein, Tesla, all those guys got all a lot of their ideas in a freaking altered state, in the sleep state, in the meditate state. You know, not hanging around the fucking boardroom, earning six figures. You know, talking about, you know, making up little stupid ideas that just make things harder for the worker, not for, you know. It's like dance, puppet dance. It's like, how many stupid ideas can we come up with to make policies and procedures, you know? It's all that stuff that's being revealed. You know, more people are going, this is dumb. I've always been that one. This is dumb. Why do we have to do it like this? This is stupid. Whose idea is this? I offend the people who come up with the ideas, because I'm like, try it this way. This works so much better. And people don't, you know, like, ooh. For some reason, because of how I look and how I've always looked and stuff, people just, they have an idea about who I am. They don't think I should be, like, wonderful at baking delightful pastries and tasty treats. And, you know, still, while the treats are in the oven, I'm going to go out and change the oil in my big red truck real quick. You know, I'm a jack of all tirades, yeah. Anyway, I think I'm done. I just know that the freaking egos are going to be flaring in the next couple weeks, man. You're really going to find the pudding in the proof, folks, and it's just, I don't know. Just watch the show, man. Just watch the show. Don't let it be you. Don't let it be you that has to come back and be like, man, I was wrong. I was an ass. Don't be the one that has to ask what you need to do to make it right, because the price might be too high and you might not be willing to pay it. So anyway, that's all I got for now. Hope y'all have a rad evening. Peace.